What is blockchain? Do you think you'll miss an opportunity when someone wants you to invest in their blockchain-based venture? Well, if you want to know the answers to these questions, you better stick around, as today's episode of Stock Monster, we will answer these questions and more. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos about this kind of topic, and hit the bell button so you'll get notified. You see, blockchain is hard to split from Bitcoin. Before we understand what a blockchain is, we will first recognize the dilemmas it solved. That is the reason for the creation of Bitcoin. Okay, let me ask you this question. How can you tell if something is not accurate in our world today? Just like your money, how do you know it's not fake? Each piece of paper money has a serial number and a bunch of anti-counterfeiting measures. Your driver's license. How do you know if it's valid? The answer? We keep a record of it. The DMV logs your driver's license number, and whenever you want to prove that a record is authentic, you look it up with the proper authority. Did you notice that there is a centralized system in both examples? Whether it's a bank or office, there is a central authority or a person with the power to certify a record. What if one of these authorities wants to alter the details, or even change the past a little bit? Money is a record of who owes what to whom. In September 2008, the subprime mortgage crisis peaked and contracted severe liquidity in the global markets and insolvency problems to banks and other businesses. This event prompted the Federal Reserve to increase US dollars liquidity as the US stock market plunged. Some would claim this bailout was reasonable, but you can't deny that maybe, just maybe, someone chose to change the data of how much money was owned and owed. Coincidentally, around the same time in 2008, Bitcoin.org surfaced. It was the first kind of money that doesn't need a central authority. The data are kept by everyone, not just by central banks. And when everyone is maintaining and authenticating the facts, well, that means that you can no longer change the ledger whenever something doesn't add up or because it's more appropriate. Blockchain technology is an answer to the problem of centralization. When so many eyes scrutinize and verify everything taking place, it's tough to break the rules undetected. Why is it called a blockchain? Imagine we're keeping a shared book with vast pages of records. Each of the pages begin with a sort of summary from the previous page. If you make any changes to the previous page, you'll also have to change the summary on the existing page. So the pages are linked, or chained, together. Pages are also called blocks, and each block is connected to the previous block's records. This chain of blocks is what we call blockchain. Satoshi Nakamoto, the mysterious inventor of Bitcoin, is not the blockchain technology creator. Yep, he was only the first person who implemented Bitcoin. Moving forward, let us look at how blockchain works. The first thing needed to support blockchain is a peer-to-peer network. The P2P network of computers is also known as equally privileged nodes, which are open to everyone. The internet will enable us to communicate and share remotely. Second, cryptography. This is the practice of protecting communication and information by utilizing codes. It allows us to verify a message and proves its legitimacy even when mischievous players are around. The third is a consensus rule. This rule means that the requirements, processes, and course of action are accepted by all nodes involved. In blockchain, a new block is sent to everyone on the network, and each of them needs to verify that the block is not changed or tampered with. The agreeability of all the nodes that a block is valid creates consensus, thereby adding and accepting a new block into the chain. Fourth is reward and punishment. From psychology theory, this element makes sure that people will always follow the rules. Operant conditioning is as easy as granting a reward to people who maintain the records and add new pages. The reward can be a token or a coin awarded when there is an agreement or consensus. The system will add a new block to the chain after that. That means the bad ones who try to trick the system will end up losing the money they spent, or their coins are taken away from them. It is important to remember that the punishment and reward system works on psychological behavior, from something you need to follow to something you'll want to follow. And finally, market adoption. There is no value to our coin if there aren't enough people in the structure. This too employs a behavior change from the pretext of reward and punishment, getting your audience to adopt a new behavior or moving them to your online solutions. People have now begun to look into Bitcoin and blockchain as alternative systems for the advantages they offer. Blockchain technology aims for decentralizing, but it still has not reached its full potential like any other system. To some, it is time and energy consuming. For example, Bitcoin's network takes 10 minutes on average to verify a transaction. All in all, there are a lot of aspects in Bitcoin and blockchain that need development. The only rationale to choose blockchain technology as your resolution is if your problem is centralization. If you don't need to decentralize something, you don't need to use blockchain. Hopefully by now, you understand what blockchain technology is. It is a solution to the problem of centralization. You may still have some questions, but you can always leave them in the comment section below. And if you enjoy what you've seen, don't forget to hit the like button. Then, make sure to subscribe to the channel and click that bell to notify you as soon as we post new videos.